Well, I'm back. I don't know what happened, why I went off, or anything like that. But tonight we're going to talk about the value of the craft. I was contemplating. I know we had spoke about the other evening with King Musa, Brother X, and Brother I can't think of the name of another brother that came on. We had spoke about talking about the Jews and Freemasonry. However, over the past several days, some things has happened, and it just is on my heart to talk about the value of a Mason in the Order of the Eastern Star, the value of the craft in the Order of the Eastern Star. So that's our topic for the night. Greetings, everybody. And you know, just a second, I'm gonna turn some light. I need some more light. I don't think, from dealing with some of the Masons that I deal with, I talk to, I'm finding that they heart pump Kool-Aid. I'm finding that a lot of Masons walk around and talk about being a Mason, but they heart pump their Kool-Aid. And when I say they heart pump their Kool-Aid, they ain't really about that brotherhood. They're not about it. They're not about helping a good man to become better man. They're about something else, but it's not about the craft. Because I've found brothers who have no money when it comes to the craft. I mean, literally, they want to be a Mason so bad that they're willing to make the sacrifice out of their own pockets to do it. And then they stick to it. I mean, they on it. But they just can't afford the dues and the traveling. But brother, but when you call that brother or that sister, they right there. I mean, they right there like Johnny on the spot. Like, what do you need, my brother? I mean, whatever they can do for you, they will do it. But then there's those other sisters and brothers. They're doing okay in life. I mean, they're not really struggling, but they're moving along. They're chugging along. You know, if they want to go somewhere, they can go somewhere. If they want to whatever, they can do that. Now, those sisters and brothers with economics at their fingertips and they can do great. But don't look down on those who can't really do as you do. You don't turn your back on that's your brother, that's your sister. Now, I recall some things that you said as a member of the Order of the Eastern Star. You said that you would go and aid that sister with your purse. Now, you said that. And the brother said that they would whisper good counsels in a brother, that they will warn him of an oncoming danger. Now, those are some things that we said. Now, I don't know how much of a man or a woman you are in your word, because your word is all you have in life. Your name and your word. Now, once your name go and your word go, you ain't worth shit. I don't care how much money you have. What I'm saying is that we have brothers and sisters in the craft. They cool and everything. They say, hey, come on out. I want you to come fellowship with me. I want you to come do this with me. Blah blah blah. And you make arrangements to make that happen. But all of a sudden, they want to flip on you. They want to flip flop on you. I'm like, what's that all about? They're not man enough or woman enough to come to you and tell you why they flip flop. They just do it. And then when you see them, they act like it's all good. It is not all good. That's not how you treat your brothers of the craft and your sisters of the order. That's not how you do it. Brothers are supposed to take care of their sisters. Sisters look out for your brothers. Brothers look out for each other. This is what the thing is all about. What we have gotten away from is that once upon a time, that this thing, it had to be in your bloodline to be a Mason or Eastern Star. I would say this. I was speaking with one of my sisters the other evening, and she made some real valid points. She said the reason that this organization we so dearly love is falling apart is because we don't value it enough. See, there are some of us who are willing to go all the way for our lodge, our grand lodge. We willing to get deep in our pockets. What do you need? Oh, hell, I got that. Let's make it happen. But then there's those who can do it but won't. They want to sit on the sideline. So when the banquet come along and they see it's a nice banquet, they want to walk in like they've done something. You know that brother, that sister, they're on the committee by name only, and they don't want to do anything, but when it happens, they want to be part of it now. Those are the ones I'm talking about. You don't put in any work. Your name is on the audit committee. Your name is on the credentials and return committee. Your name is on this. Name only. But you don't put in no damn work. And then when you see the glitz and the glow and how things are turning out, you want to pop up on the scene like you have done something. You don't value the organization enough. I don't care what jurisdiction you're in. You should value your Grand Lodge, your chapter, your Grand Chapter. Because let me tell you, when it all boils down to it, that's all you have in your organization. You have brothers outside of your organization as far as being members of other jurisdictions, sisters the same, but you must value that friendship. A lot of us don't value friendships anymore. You know, if I tell you you're my friend, that shit means something to me. It means something to me, and I don't know what you brothers get off on. Man, that shit is woo. Ooh, I need to come back. I need to come back, man. Woo. I don't know what's wrong with some of you brothers and some of you sisters. You don't value the organization enough to call yourself a Mason or an Eastern Star, because what you do is you use it for some other bullshit. Some others, you own some other tick, some other stuff. You don't call those who have served and now they can't come to the lodge meeting. You don't go by and cut their yards. You don't go by and knock and see if they need some paintings or some furniture stuff moved. I don't understand it. I just don't understand why we can't value the craft as it should be valued. You know, and all I can see is individuals coming in and all they want to do is have these little beefs. They want to prove themselves some type of way. As I said last week, this is not a game. Nor is it a game. And this is the sad thing about it. How can you call yourself a Mason and don't value the very thing that you're a part of? You know, never see you out. All you want to do is toss it up. That's right. It's selfish. And I don't know how to eat me. Who calls me 2:30? At least 3 days a week, this brother's going to give me a call. He gives me a call. He said, hey, Brother Hawks, I'm just calling to check in on you, man. Just, you know, I ain't got nothing to really say. I'm just saying, hey, man, how you doing, brother? I've never met him before, only on the phone calls. But see, that means something to me, that this individual cares enough about me to call and see how my day is going. What is going on with the craft? What is going on with the Order of the Eastern Star? Do we even care anymore? Are we just so hell-bent because we are a member of this great organization? And trust me, it is a great organization. However, those who are in prominent positions are not knocking down the door anymore. See, once upon a time, not long ago, congressmen, senators, everybody wanted to be a part of this. But there was some standards, okay? It was some value that was held. When Masons moved, everybody was like, wow. I don't care whether it was in a parade. I don't care what we were doing. When we moved, it was just like that. It was like, whoa, get out the way. It was like that. But now, man, people don't even want to really look your way because you don't value the very thing you say you enjoy. You're supposed to value the organization, protect the organization, not throw it out on Front Street because you out tossing it up and you all lit up in your jacket, but you falling down on the dance floor. Oh, yeah, I seen that. I saw that. Yeah, I sure did. Everybody looking at you like, ooh. People know. The people who are not Masons and Eastern Stars, they know that there's some value in this thing. They know what they've read about it. I mean, there are some people that I've talked to who have researched this thing out. But I don't know what some of us is all about. You know, I don't get it because you don't value it enough. You know, some of us really have not only a financial stake, time, energy. I know some brothers that has put this thing before their family, which you are not supposed to do. But I know you did it. You did it because of the love of the craft. You did it because you want to see your lodge be successful at the banquet. You don't want that banquet to go hell bent. So you go a little extra farther. I know some brothers who have missed days off of work to go travel because they's like, hey, Grandmaster, I can't let you go by yourself. So I'm going to take a couple of days off work to go with you. Those individuals value the craft. It is not that they put themselves out the way, but because they wanted to see things happen in such a way to bring honor and respect to the craft that they was willing to make that sacrifice. Some of us are not willing to make the sacrifice to see your organization prosper. You like it where it's at. You like to see people being drugged through the mud. You like that. But all I'm saying is for us, those of us who are part of this great organization, we have to start valuing it. So look, if you want to call in tonight and have that conversation, the number is 619-985-1184. You're certainly welcome to do so. And I just want to send a big shout out to everyone who's coming on watching this show tonight. I want to say I appreciate you and I thank you for spending time with me as we go through masonry together, as we journey through this thing of the Lamberts together, my sister. You know, yeah, that's right. We don't hold it dear into our hearts anymore. I can't say everybody, I won't put everybody in a box, but boy, what I've seen lately makes me think as far as the craft is concerned. This is just what I've seen lately. Now, I'm not saying everybody is like that. I can't do that. That will be doing an injustice to the brothers and sisters who are really putting in work, and I can't do them like that. But clearly, what I'm saying tonight is that we must put some energy into this thing. We must begin to really the value of the craft. We need to be able to bring the standards up. It means something to be a Mason. What does it mean to be a Mason to you? You know, where's your value in the craft and in the Order of the Eastern Star? Do you value it, or are you just a member whose name is just on certain committees and you can go around telling everybody and you got 18 decals on the back of your car because you feel like it's something important? Do you even value the thing that you're a part of? The thing that most of us have dedicated half of our lives to, because we really are in it to win it. We really want to see this thing help good men become better men. And this is where we're at today. If you feel that you want to call into the show, 619-985-1184. I certainly like to welcome everybody on right now. And we're gonna get right into it. So once again, that number is 619-985-1184. If you want to call in tonight, you're certainly welcome to do so. The call-in number, I will appreciate it. And I just want to say, Brother Lewis, welcome aboard. Brother Michael White, welcome aboard. I just want to say, everybody traveling light, welcome aboard. Brother Alex Fitzgerald, welcome aboard. Everybody who's tuning in, just welcome aboard. This video, man, I'm telling you guys, to the sisters, you just don't know how it bothers me when people don't value the organization, because I've seen some things here recently to want to make me check. You want to go check. You want to say, or you want to grab somebody. You want to grab them because you know that they should do better by the organization. You know that. I'm newly initiated and ready to work. What's the point of going online just to win a seat? Okay. Going in line just to warm a seat. You're right. But see, this is what some do. They in these seats, I'm this and I'm that. You don't even know how to open or close. You can't even give a lecture. Let me tell you, if you are, this is my opinion, the way we work here in my lodge. I'm part of Hosea Lodge number 7, Ancient, Free, and Accepted Masons, working under the jurisdiction of John G. Jones Grand Lodge, California. Okay? Now, in my lodge, I'm a past master. It is expected of you, when you are sitting in one of those seats, that you are able to give a lecture off the top of your head in regards to the inner apprentice, fellow craft, master mason. Period. If you are an elected officer in my lodge, you are expected to give a lecture on the inner apprentice, fellow craft, or master mason degree without saying, I need some time. No, you don't need any time. You're an example of the craft. You're supposed to be able to spit that out without a second thought. You're supposed to be able to talk about the master mason, inner apprentice, and fellow craft. You're not supposed to say, give me some time. If you're walking, living this thing we call Freemasonry in order, you know, if you're an Eastern conductor, social, if I start learn about the wife, the mother, the sister, you know, learn about the and what they mean, and you're supposed to be able to give a lecture off of any of those points. But we want to wait, let me think, let me open my book up. No, there's no need of you to open your book up. You're supposed to be able to talk about being a wife, a mother, a sister, a daughter, you know, a widow. That's womanhood. Brothers, the same thing. You're supposed to be able to talk about youth, manhood, and age. King Musa, when he's on this page, it sounds like that brother has been around for years. I think he's like 31, 32. Hell, I've even learned something from him. Sitting here being attentive to what that young man has to say. But this is where it's all at. Some of us can't do it. Let me close that. Some of us can't do it. And that's the thing. So once again, if you want to call in tonight, 619-985-1184, please do call in and join me in this conversation about the value of the craft in the Order of the Eastern Star, because I know some of you got something you want to say, and maybe because of your jurisdiction, you can't call in. But for those who can call in, make the call. Let's have the conversation, because it's a conversation that needs to be had maybe a long time ago. This stretches across all boundaries. I don't care if you're mainstream. I don't care if you Grand Lodge, England, wherever. This stretches across all borders. The value of the organization needs to be brought up a little bit more. No, not just a little bit, a lot more. Because, look, once upon a time, not long ago, as I said, this was a bloodline thing. How do you fit into this thing called the Masons and Eastern Star? How did you become a member? If your mother isn't a member of the Order of the Eastern Star, or your sister isn't a member of the Order of the Eastern Star, if your father is not a Mason, how did you become an Eastern Star? Because it says in the ancient customs, in the ancient law of the Order of the Eastern Star, your sister, your brother, first of all, somebody in your family have to be a master mason, number one. Okay? Number two is that it had to be a daughter, a wife, a sister. Those are the only ones that could be Eastern Stars. Period. It's in your ritual. It's in there. They're the only one who can be an Eastern Star. But somewhere along the line, we forgot about that. This is interested. I subscribe. I be all ears. Don't know what leads me here. Hey, wait a minute. Raymond. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, welcome aboard then, my brother. You know, and you know, here's the thing. So today I received a phone call from, a text message from a gentleman. He wanted to know more about masonry. I said, you know what? I texted him back. I said, I don't mind having that conversation with you, because too many times there are individuals who are interested in the craft, but we can't talk to them about it because we don't know we can't talk to them about it because we don't know ourselves. If you ever, I am one man. Okay. If you ever come across a sister or a brother and you know them to be an Eastern Star or a Master Mason or a Mason period of the craft, and you ask them in regards to, tell me, what is this thing called the Eastern Stars? Or what is this thing called them? How do I, if you can't explain to them on the spot, Johnny, and you can't be able to articulate words enough to so where they can be able to say, oh, I really want to be a part of that. Where's me? Can I get an application? If you can't do that, then why are you even considered a master mason? See, as a master mason, you're supposed to be able to articulate the thing that you're a part of. If somebody come up to you and ask you about, hey, I'd like to be a mason, I can't talk to you right now. Now, granted, there are cases and times where you can't actually talk to a person because you're busy or whatever. But just to shun them on, that's because you don't know how to talk to them. You can't explain it. You can't break it down. Some sisters are the same way. I seen a sister ask another sister, hey, my sister, how you doing? I see that you're a member of the Order of the Eastern Star. She looked at her like she had lost her mind. Like, what are you talking about? And I'm like saying to myself, the reason that look is there is because you don't even know how to relate to the question that she asked you. You know, are you a member of the Order of the Eastern Star? The sister didn't know how to answer the question. Didn't know what to say or how to answer it. And that thing right there tells me a lot. You don't crack your book open until it's time to go to a lodge. Now you want to open your book. You don't crack your book open until it's time to go to a chapter meeting. Now you want to open your book. What's going on with that? What are you learning when you go to your chapters meeting in your lodge meetings? What do you get out of it? You know, I don't miss a lodge meeting unless I'm out of town or I'm working. I enjoy the craft. I enjoy the brotherhood. I enjoy being a patron to the Order of the Eastern Star. I really do. You know, and the reason I enjoy it is because of what we learn and study in the craft. You know, it is not a big secret and nothing like that. You just have to become a member to get it. But what I'm saying is that in the process of being part of it, man, the brotherhood is genuine. Is really genuine. I can't even get the damn word out. You know. It is all that it is, that brotherhood, you know, and that's what I really like about it. When a brother's able to call me up and say, hey, bro, what you doing? I'm not doing nothing. Hey, I need for you to do X, Y. Can you do it? Yeah, I can do it. You know, that's to me, being able to assist and aid a brother. It speaks volumes. You know, it's not like I have a lot, but whatever I have and I can share it, I do that. Like my grandmaster came over the other night. He was like, hey, bro, what you doing? I said, I'm not doing nothing. I'm just kicking back, you know. I'm on my way over. Come on over. Break bread. But for some reason or another, how many of us get an opportunity to sit and break bread with your brother just on the level? You know, our sisters, just where it's at. How many of us get that opportunity? You know, we have a thing called the tree. One of our sisters has a home and it's a huge tree in her backyard. And she usually invites us over to come and fellowship under the tree. It's like this initiation rite thing, you know, you get the opportunity to sit under the tree. We barbecue and we break bread. But that's the uniqueness of the whole organization. It don't have to be every lodge, every chapter. It could be a few from here, a few from there. But you come together to show how much you appreciate each other along the way. But for some odd reason or another, man, let me tell you, when you really need a brother, when you really need a sister, where in the hell are they? I mean, I'm talking about when you are in need. Oh Lord, I'm talking about that type of need. Oh man, you know I'm busy right now. You want to call me back? No, I can't call you back later. I need you now. Either you can or you can't. And if you can't help a brother right then, if you can't help a sister right then, you, my brother, you, my sister, should be able to point him or her in a direction to where they may be able to get the assistance that they need. But just to tell them you can't and hang the phone up, Where's your love? Where's your passion? Where's your charity? Where does that have? Where's that all up in you? You know? Where's that at? I don't get it. Hello.
Did I call the wrong number? I'm on a live and I have a question.
Oh no. Call you. This is John G. Jones show. How can I help you?
I was calling to ask a question. I don't know what led me to this, like I stated in the comment section.
Is this Raymond?
No, I'm Richmond. I'm
Richmond.
a woman.
Okay, Richmond. All right, go ahead.
My name is Kizzy.
Oh, okay. I am woman.
I was just wondering, this is deep. Like, I have cousins that I remember, years ago when I was a kid that's Masons, and then when I became a couple of dinners.
Right.
And I always been interested, but I was like, okay. But I literally just came back up north, and I've been home for 2 weeks, and I keep getting, are you an Eastern Star? Are you Eastern Star? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't even know what that is. So I've been on YouTube, and I've been watching you. I have one question. Are Eastern Stars Christians?
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
A lot of them are.
Oh, I never met a negative Mason, never. I just don't know anything about it. But I'm sorry, I'm probably a little off. I'm just
No, you're not off. Your question was, there are Eastern Stars Christians. Isn't that your question?
Yes.
Yes, they are.
Okay, and another question, and I'm gonna let you finish because you deep. I'm listening. I'm all in. Are there any local women that I can converse with that's in the metro area?
Where about you at, sister?
Well, they call it Detroit, but I'm in the suburbs of Detroit, Macomb County.
Okay. I'll tell you what. The number of the show is I put it up, the number that you call. When I go off tonight, I don't know if you're going to be up, but you can text me anytime you want to, and
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, no. Hey, Kizzy, I am woman. I never forget that.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, you are certainly welcome. So I'm getting some delays, but if you want to call back in, I don't know why I keep freezing, but damn. But anyway, I have two. Okay, I'm trying to catch up with some of the Q&As here from everywhere. When the teacher disappears, the master truly appears. Knowing where to get the answer is subjective. I like that, Joe. I like that. Appreciate that. Yeah, I've been doing some buffering, and I don't know why I've been doing this buffering, but I've been definitely hitting it for a few times. So if you want to call in, you're certainly welcome to do so. Like I said, I want to just, I think that those of us who really enjoy the craft, who really enjoy the Order of the Eastern Star, those are going to be the ones that breaks down the barriers. Those are going to be the ones that forge ahead to make this organization and take it to a higher standard. Those are the ones across all jurisdictions. Those are the ones that's going to be able to say, look, this thing is bigger than I am. Those are the ones I look forward to working with and walking with. Because what has happened is we've somewhat got off track about what this thing is supposed to be about. We can all talk about it, including myself. We can all talk about when I first came in and how it used to be. Well, you know what? It's not that way anymore. It's not that way anymore because we have put people in seats, be it on a national level, Supreme Council, Council of Grand Masters. We have put people in seats that have not done a damn job. That's what we have done. I don't care what jurisdiction you're in. We'll put people in these seats and they have wrecked the organization. I'm talking about across the board. There's not an organization around, Masonically speaking, that doesn't have its issues. The ideal is you're supposed to be able to work through them. like-minded people want to see successful people. If you do not want to see the person you have in office to be successful, then why the hell you even vote for him? That's your wish for master, and you don't want to see him be successful. Now, if he's a jerk, vote him out at the next meeting. Just like you voted him in, vote him out. If that junior warden is a jerk, vote him out. They got 12 months in office. And if the wish for master of the lodge got any balls about himself, he would pull that junior warden and senior warden to the side if they're not doing their jobs and talk to them. If the craft had any balls about itself, it would do the same thing for those who they elect. We've forgotten that when you are elected to a position, you are a servant for the people and to the people. You're a servant. When as a wish for master, when a brother calls me up, he needs me. When a sister calls me up, I'm the patron of the chapter, she needs me. I'm supposed to be able to, if I can't assist at that time, get her to where she's going to get some assistance, get him to where he's going to get the help he needs. Because if he didn't need me, he wouldn't have called me. She wouldn't have called me. But apparently, he or she needed me. So they called. But we've forgotten about that. And this is the thing we got to really change. We can no longer sit out of the body and just set it aside and forget. Time out forgetting. You know, we got to tighten up. We got to do better than what we're doing. If not, then you know what? It's going, man, I'm telling you, this organization is a long way from its heyday. And it is up to those who are going to be dedicated to the craft, regardless of your jurisdiction, to raise it up like a cake. You know, when I was coming up, parents cooked cakes in the oven, and you watch that cake rise up. So if we're going to rise up to the level for which we're supposed to be, sometimes it takes some heat. You know, if you know anything about fires, you know, if you take gold and put it in fire, you can shape that gold to wherever you want it to be. And then when you pull that gold out of that fire, after you have shaped it, it becomes hot, it becomes solid and hard. Okay? Some of us need to be tried by the fire in order for us to be shaped and molded. Some of our jurisdictions need to be tried by that. You're going to eventually see a system of things, and you have to relate to it and to be able to find the truth in it. Depends as much on your experience of it. Oh, yeah. That is, brother, Joe, you own one tonight, huh? I appreciate you tuning in, by the way. Brother Brian, welcome. Ignorance with your lodge and your jurisdiction breeds ignorance. Yeah, that's true. That is true. And that being true, we got to stop breeding that stuff. We got to stop accepting people coming in our chapters and our lodge because they got a job and some money. Maybe it's John, maybe it's Susan down the street. They really want to be an Eastern Star, but they just can't afford the dues. But boy, they're one dedicated member. I mean, they're going all out. Those may be the very ones we may have to go after. You know, yes, it's expensive to be a Mason and an Eastern Star. Yes, it costs. However, the benefits I see to that is what your lodge is what your lodge is working on in the community, what your grand chapter, it depends on what activities you got going on, because it takes money to do things. But I'm saying in all of that, the value that people put behind it, you know, some people just don't have the money, but they have the time. Some people have the money, but don't have the time. I'm not saying they can't be useful. I'm not saying that they're not dedicated. They just don't have the time, but they have the money. So, but that's okay. I'll take your money, and then I'll flip that, do what needs to be done. Be it whatever, whether somebody needs food or whatever they may need. And this is where we're at. Brother Jackson, how you doing? I'm doing all right. How's everything?
Great. You know, this is Brother Stephen Jackson from Trenton, New Jersey. Ancient, free, and accepted Mason.
Welcome aboard.
You're calling in. Thank you, my brother. On topic, just to start off, my grandfather was the Grandmaster of the state of Pennsylvania, Prince Hall.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And when I was a little guy, I saw him dressed in all this regalia, people all around him, you know, praising him up, this type of thing. It really impressed me. My grandfather was impressive anyway as a person. And I asked him, I said, and I wear that? And he said, he laughed at me, and he said, yeah, when you can wear this, won't be my grandson, you'll be my brother. And that impressed me, you know. Later on, my father became the Grandmaster of the state of Maryland, Prince Hall, and you know, he was always impressive, always giving me good counsel, even when I wasn't a Mason.
Right.
So, you know, it's always been in my bloodline. So I definitely wanted to be a Mason. I worked in the military around some impressive people who were Masons, and I said, well, let me join. Then I decided I discovered that there was Prince Hall and there was Ancient Free.
Right.
Okay, so I was looking around. My supervisor at the time was a civilian. He was Ancient Free. He was a very knowledgeable man, very godly man, very, very wise. I decided to go Ancient Free and have been in there since 84, February 3rd, 1984, and been proud of the craft. Even though sometimes, like you, I see the brothers do things and it's not really conducive to what we're all about. So I have pulled a few brothers up and, you know, spoke with them and sent them on their way. I did, when I came up here to New Jersey, I joined International, and I was able to, matter of fact, through you, find Brother Darius Green, who's Grandmaster, Keystone Live in Pennsylvania, Ancient Free, and now I'm back Ancient Free.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Proud as ever. We're doing things. The brothers are good brothers. Matter of fact, I love, brotherly love, Brother Darius Green to death. I'm going to tell you, greatest Grandmaster that there is. Brother called me up. I'm on my way to work. Brother called me up and said, look, I just want to call you and just wish you a good morning.
Right.
Who does that?
And,
Brother Darius Green.
But see, that's what I was saying earlier in regards to the gentleman. I think the brother's from Alabama, and I got to go back on my phone and look on his name. But that's what I'm talking about. When you have brothers like that just gives you a call out the blue, just want to say good morning. When you have sisters that really look out for you, when you have people who are really concerned about you, that's what the organization is all about. What we have done is we've watered that down. We have flipped that for some type of, I don't know when it happened or how it happened, but it's here now. The brothers and the sisters don't value the craft as it should be valued. They don't respect it enough as it should be respected.
Exactly. And also, a lot of people don't know, but you and I talk. And I appreciate your conversation, the words of wisdom, the things that we have going on, the things we're going to do in the future. I think that's really positive. You're a positive person. But let me say this. I've been listening to Minister Farrakhan here lately, not to bring religion into it, but Minister Farrakhan was talking about the breakdown of the American fabric as far as the black man is concerned, and the intelligence agency, how they're trying to pit one organization against the other. Minister Farrakhan actually named the Masons. How that they have this thing coined something like that. It's a program where they're pitting black people against black people. They're watching organizations. They're watching NAACP, what have you. I definitely believe it. I think that might be the problem between Ancient Free and some other groups. I'm not going to mention the names, but we all know who I'm talking about. But I think it's about time that we, as a people, and we as Masons, lay down these childish things and everybody come together. And if you're not willing to come together as a jurisdiction, as a group, then don't worry about it.
Well, see, Brother Jackson, it's not even about coming together as a jurisdiction or group. It's about really working together within the craft, period. And I got what you're saying, but you're talking 200 and 300 years of history between the organizations. Some of the leaders just ain't gonna have it. But the craft, the individual brother, the individual sisters, that lodges can make that change if they chose to. If you know a lodge that is down the street from you and there's another lodge over here, they're not in the same jurisdiction. Why is it they just can't come together as brothers of the craft and do something that's going to benefit the craft, not their lodge in particular, but the craft as a whole? Because what's going to happen when you do that, you're going to bring in memberships. You're going to do that on both ends, but you have to be willing to go in and do the work together.
Very true. Very true. And you know what? There's three main groups of Masons here. I say main group. We have Prince Hall here. We have Ancient Free, and we have International. There was a plan last year for all three groups to come together to feed the homeless. It didn't happen.
But you have to ask yourself, why? Why can't we come together to feed the homeless?
Well,
it ain't complicated.
You're right. It ain't. And the talks were good at first, and then the whole thing just broke down because people just didn't want to deal with International. They didn't want to deal with Ancient Free, and it broke down.
But see, here's the thing: we got to take the name out of it, and I've done it too. But we keep throwing our name up. Your name don't mean a damn thing. You're a Mason or you're an Eastern Star. We need to come together as Masons and Eastern Stars to push issues, agendas. If the agenda is to feed the homeless, we feed them as Masons and Eastern Stars. It's not about your jurisdiction. So it's like one brother told me, what do you value, your jurisdiction or the fact that you're a Mason? He asked me that. And I was like, oh, okay. I value being a Mason, able to travel in foreign countries and receive master wages as such. I value that. Okay? Yes, I'm going to support my lodge. I'm going to support my jurisdiction. That's a given. But I value the fact that I represent an ancient custom, an ancient way of life. I value that.
Yeah, I'm totally agreement with you. And just like I say, when we can do things together, our lodge is going to do that. I'm not worried about the lodge, but outside the lodge, if we can get together and do something, great. If we can't, great too.
But see, a brother just posted, I think it was Brother Brian just posted, the problem is that one jurisdiction wants to take all the credit. I don't care who get the credit. That's me personally. That's a personal thing. I'm not speaking in regards to my jurisdiction. I'm talking about me personally. I don't care who gets the credit. I care about the job that needs to be done. If Miss Joanne Yards needs to be cut, and I got a lawnmower, and I go cut her yard, it doesn't matter. The yard got cut.
Right.
I don't care who gets credit. I know what I did as a person to make this happen. We got to start giving ourselves some credit. If I don't give myself no credit, I don't think nobody else will.
Exactly.
Start with the man looking in the mirror, the woman looking in the mirror. We have to start
value the craft. I value come together and do it.
Oh
If
yeah,
not,
like the brother just
you know,
said, it's pride and secrecy. There are some who use their acquaintance knowledge and statue for their own pride, use secrecy to shield that pride knowledge instead of using it for the greater good. He spoke volume. That brother Joel, you spoke volumes right there.
yeah, well said. Well said.
How can we have a jurisdiction if our house expands as far as east is to west and as far as high as the heavens? You have jurisdiction because people put limits on themselves. So
Yeah,
when you say jurisdictions, you're only putting a limit on your area where you're at. That's why I refer to jurisdictions. Now, you're right. The individual mason, the individual lodge is as far as from east to west. It is far as it is high as the heavens to the center of the earth. That's the diameter of the lodge. That's truth. You just pointed. That's truth, brother. But we
yeah, that's
limit
true.
ourselves. See, and when you limit yourself, then you're gonna only be in a box. You know, just like most people put God in a box. You know, you can't do that. You cannot limit yourself when you're a Mason. Especially if you tell me you're able to travel in foreign countries. If you're telling me you can do that, you have no limits. You put
That's
limits
true.
on ourselves. Well, I don't think I can do that. Hell, you've already defeated yourself once you said you don't think you can.
Right. Exactly. That's true. But let me tell you this, right? From being in the military, and I traveled the world several times throughout my military career, the sun never set on a Masonic lodge. That's how expansive we are. The sun never set on a Masonic lodge. The sun is always traveling. Well, we're always traveling around the sun, but there's lodges all over the place,
There
all
is.
over the world.
As a matter of fact,
Japan.
if you are in the military, I know that they have. I'm not talking about military lodges. I know brothers who are on ships. All right, and here's the funny thing: you may be of Prince Hall jurisdiction or modern or international, ancient free. You may be of those jurisdictions. You may be mainstream. But once that boat hits the water, all that shit goes out the window. All of it. You know why? Because now you're just a brother Mason. Oh, that's brother such and such. That's sister such and such. But then when you get to mainland, when you get back over here to the States, oh, I'm Prince Hall. Oh, I'm ancient free. I'm international. I don't understand that mentality, but I know that it happens.
Yeah, it definitely happens.
You know, yeah, we take pride in our jurisdiction. There's nothing wrong with being prideful in your jurisdiction at all. Period.
Yeah.
Hear me clearly.
Period.
Nothing wrong with it. It's when that pride super exceeds the fact that you're a part of something bigger. It's when your pride gets in the way and says, "No, man, you better than that. You better than him." You know, no, not according to Freemasonry. We all meet on the level.
Yeah, we're all exactly on the level. On the level. Let me tell you this quick story real quick. I know it's late over here and I gotta go to work, but I was with two other guys in my platoon. We were traveling in the southern part of Germany. We went up to the Alps and we crossed over into Austria, not Australia, Austria, in the Alps. And the other two guys in my platoon that went with me were white. Okay, I was the only black there. We stopped at a death house. It's like a restaurant type thing. Up in the Alps, beautiful, the whole 9 yards. We sat down at a table. They came over to me and they, started speaking, trying to speak to me, this type thing. They wanted to touch my skin because I was black, touch my hair, They had never seen black people before, but the guy, he held held his finger over my Masonic ring.
Mm-hmm.
And I said the appropriate things, and we chit-chatted a little bit. He was just some broken English,
Mm-hmm.
but we chit-chatted a little bit. Come to find out, he was a Mason.
Okay.
He was a Mason in Australia, Austria, okay? I
Mm-hmm.
didn't pay for anything. I had my drinks, I had my food, my stuff was no good. My money was no good because of international, recognition.
Right.
So, I'm just saying that we're all over the world. We're extensive, and everybody should be proud of who they are. And being Masons, and we need to represent.
So I'm going to share this with you. Brother Phil Jackson says Democrats and Republicans don't see things eye to eye. Different religions, denominations, or whatever. Maybe we're putting too much energy into this thing. I'm going to answer this, Brother Jackson. Democrats and Republicans are the same. The president can do whatever the president can't do nothing unless Congress and the Senate allows them to do it. Period. So they're the same to me. They may have different ideologies. They may front like they have different ideologies, but they're yet the same because they allow the president to do whatever he wants to do. Next, yes, different religions, different denominations have different things going on. The ideal is that I'm speaking specifically in regards to myself, not my Grand Lodge. When I see a brother Mason, it's not about his religion no more. Because Masonry accepts all faith, because that's what it says, follow your God and continue on the journey, right? In so many words, you know what I'm saying. So that has nothing necessarily to do with religion. All right? Because religion holds everybody down. That religion, oh man. Anyway, that's a whole nother story, a whole nother subject, a whole nother whatever. But what I'm saying is that in Freemasonry, the topic for the night is the value of the craft in the sisterhood. Yes, I'm putting my energy into it because I value it. And I want to see brothers value it, or value the Eastern Star and value the Masons as much as I value it. As much as I put into it. I want to see them put into it.
Definitely.
As much as I enjoy it, I want them to enjoy it just as much. Because I've traveled and I've seen the benefits of being a Mason. I've seen it, I've experienced it. So nobody can tell me there's no benefits. It is. Because of who we are as members of the organization. And it is not about your jurisdiction when you travel. Trust me, it is not about your jurisdiction. When I sat in lodge with the Grand Master from Mexico, it was not about my jurisdiction. When we went out and ate, it was not about my jurisdiction. It was a love of the craft. That's what I'm trying to get across. It was the love of the craft.
Right. Right. And as much as I love Ancient Free, and I've always been in love with Ancient Free for the things that they've done. When I was with International, we had some great brothers doing some fantastic work in International, right here in the state of New Jersey, but in the city of Trenton, doing some great things. Brothers love the craft. Brothers breathe it 24/7. Oh. And like I say, jurisdiction has nothing to do with it. But I will say this: it's about time that we put down these childish things about this jurisdictional thing, and everybody come together.
I'm trying to figure out this brother named T.D. Mason. He says 45 brothers on here. He's reaching out and no response. What? When you say you're reaching out to do what? What are you reaching out to do? What do you want? TD Mason. Yeah, where you located? To say that there's 45 brothers on here and you're reaching out, we don't know what you're reaching out for.
Yeah.
But you can tell us, you can post it and look, I'm interested, whatever the case may be. But see, here's the difference, and I share this with those who are watching tonight. That's the difference with this show. See, I'm not on here just to promote the ancient, free, and accepted Masons. I'm on here to promote Freemasonry, period. This is what Research Lodge number 147 is all about. It's not about John G. Jones Grand Lodge of California. It's about Freemasonry. And when we're able to grab that and see it from that point of view, Masonry is going to be okay. But it's up to us to make sure those who are seeking to come into the fold are good brothers, as we say.
Guard the West Gate.
Hell, as a matter of fact, guard all of them. Shit, not just the West Gate, guard all of them. Jeez.
That's a good one. I like that. But yeah. But I tell you something, brother. I definitely value you. I appreciate you. I appreciate your words of wisdom that you constantly break down on this show and give us others. It's like having a good conversation, a good group, and I definitely appreciate it. But the clock on the wall say that's just about all.
Well, you know what? If the clock on the wall says that's about all, you need to let it go. You need to do a Teddy Pendergrass. So I think I better let it go.
There you go.
But I appreciate you.
No, I appreciate you, brother. Just stay in the light and try to stay out them bushes.
Boy, y'all sure remind me about that, don't you? I appreciate the love.
All right.
Thank you. All right. Peace. So, that was brother Jackson from Trent. And this is what we have to really consider in looking at. The value of the organization in its totality. We have to take it. We have to take it to a higher level and make sure those we're bringing into our lodges and our chapters are going to value the organization just as much as we do. We need to stop accepting individuals who really don't value the craft. We need to, and that's a question we may have to put on to our interview committee. Ask them, what do they value? As an individual, what do you value? Where's your values at? If you tell me you value your family, okay, all right. You tell me you value your faith, oh, that's good. Mother, with this organization. I damn near broke down tonight. Because, man, dealing with individuals who are a part of this great organization sometimes gives you a gut check. It really gives you a gut check. So I'm going to leave it right there tonight. I hope that everybody's gotten some out of this show, man. And I appreciate Jackson calling in. I appreciate you, and it's just tough, man. It's just one of them things. Brother, you will know it is if you are correct. Yeah, you definitely will know if you're fit for the lodge. Oh, yeah. So, look, if I don't have no more callers tonight, nobody got anything else they want to add to this conversation, I just want to say how much I appreciate you for tuning in. You know what? It means a lot. I want you to share this channel with anybody. You can share it. And if they ever want to feel that they want to call into the show, they can certainly do so. Because this is just bigger than where we're at. We'll definitely want to shed light on the organization and be true to who we are as Masons and as Eastern Stars across the board. And when we're able to do that, then yes, our light is going to shine. It is not that we're going to take it and set it under the bed to be hidden. We're going to put it on a hill to where everybody will see that light. All right? Until next time, my brothers and sisters of the Order of the Eastern Star Brothers of the Craft, I want to say how much I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. And as always, stay out those bushes and keep your light on. And remember, please value your organization. I'm out.